The nation is observing Memorial Day today, a time to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice. To help us reflect on the importance of this day, we'd like to bring on U.S. Navy veteran Kirk Offel. He's the founder and CEO of Overwatch Mission Critical. Great to have you with us today, Kirk. In your view, what is the best way to honor the fallen?
I think that's what we're doing right now is let's use today to stop and talk about what the fallen have done and how they've provided so much safety and security for not only us Americans, but for so many people throughout the world. And the best way we can honor them is to make sure that once a year we put a big pin in this day and we make sure that everyone understands why they have a 3-day weekend. And then we try to use this to rejuvenate everybody to continue the conversations throughout the rest of the year.
Now, how can veterans continue the mission in civilian life?
Yeah, you have to start at the beginning. And at the beginning, you have to understand why do veterans join the military? And they do it for one reason, and that's to make a difference. They don't do it to make money. But the military is a place that's the home for the most advanced weapons, machinery, and technology ever built. And it is the greatest incubator for leadership we've ever made. So when these people transition out of the military, they're not looking to go make money. They're looking to go make a difference. And they want to be paid proportionate to the value that they bring. What we do is we try to align veterans transitioning out of the military, and we align that amazing skill set they have, which has been blessed at learning at the most insane learning curve humanly possible. We get to apply it into the civilian community where there's not only people that respect them, but they really need the talent and the leadership that they have to offer.
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible training opportunity going through the military. What sectors are suitable for veterans seeking civilian jobs?
Well, it's a good question. And I would say, from a broad stroke, zooming out, almost every industry really is. But there are some that lend itself to an advantage more than others because you have to understand the emotional range that we have coming out of the military is different than what our civilian counterparts have. Most people that have taken the oath have taken an oath to protect and defend something at the cost of which could include up to the cost of their life. And those people have a large emotional range. And there's jobs and careers that really lend a lot of value to those things. Obviously, first responders, the trades, but specifically, there's an industry in particular called the mission critical industry. It's also referred to as the data center industry. And mission critical is measured by downtime of technology. But if you're in the military, we're all mission critical, but we measure based on our own mortality. So that's why they have a really good transition from the military into the mission critical or data center industry.
Kirk, tell us about your career program, Operation Heroes in Transition, and how it makes a difference.
Yeah, so what we try to do is we try to take people, the hardest transition in life is that from being active duty in the uniform and then transitioning into the civilian fleet. And it's really hard the longer you've been in the military, in some cases, the more institutionalized you've been, meaning there's more people that have been making decisions for you over the last 5, 10, 15, or 20 years of your life. And this is the first time where you have to do it yourself. What we do as fellow veterans is we put together a community of people that is traditionally a bunch of other traditional fellow veterans. And we try to create an awareness in which we help reach out to them and help navigate them from their careers in active duty into this new industry that we love and it's emerging. And we feel like they could serve our industry with the same level of integrity and dignity they did when they were in the uniform. So what we do is we spend a lot of time trying to help them first understand what is the sky for the cloud and what is the home for AI? And that's the great question because AI is the number one focus. And the answer are data centers. And guess what industry is growing faster than every other industry on this earth? The data center industry, because it's growing faster because of every other industry.
So, what can tech, AI, and infrastructure companies do to attract talented veterans?
You know what they could do? They could talk about what the purpose is of their product, what's the purposes of their programs, what's the purpose of their project. We in the military didn't join to make money. We did it to make a difference. And we are very intentionally and deliberately purpose driven as we get out of the military. We want to be a part of something greater than ourselves. We want to contribute to something greater than ourselves. And I think that the best way to help veterans in this transition is to offer them an opportunity to reinvent themselves in an industry that is thriving and is growing in massive demand for their talent.
So, for recruiters, what do you think makes veterans stand out? What unique qualifications do they bring to companies?
Yep, good question. You would think technology would be the answer because we are exposed to the most advanced weapons and machine and technology in the military, but it's the emotional range, right? The ability to come in early, stay late, volunteer to do the hard things, And we are coachable. We show up to work every day in the military to both lead and be led. So we believe in left seat, right seat cockpit training. My advice is for people that are trying to recruit veterans, help them understand what your purpose is. Let them know what your movement is. Everybody's business has a call to action beyond just making money. And if you can help people understand what that mission is, they're going to join that movement. So you got to understand there's a lot of people that are transitioning out of the military every month, and they have an incredible skill set as well as leadership skills. Every company needs them. It's financially accretive to every business to hire veterans because it pencils out well and they have the greatest impact on culture.
So how does Overwatch University and the training it provides serve as a launching pad to help veterans land jobs in AI infrastructure projects?
I'm so happy you asked. So the talent in this industry does not lack genius. It does not lack intelligence, but it does lack leadership and it does lack courage. So last year we bought a company called the Talent War Group, owned by the very infamous and famous Navy SEAL commander Mike Sorelli. He's written multiple books on leadership. He's ranked one of the top 10 in the world right now on leadership, and he's just the soldier and the sailor, I should say. And we brought in that business because what we felt was the industry not lacking in genius was lacking in leadership. So we started with that part. And in the second part, we partnered with the longest standing, most highly accredited global accreditation firm in the world for data centers. And that was EPI. EPI has been around since 1983. And those two groups, when people come to Overwatch University as a transitioning veteran, you're going to be certified as a leader through the Talent War Group, while simultaneously being certified in some fashion of data centers through one of the most accredited and highly valued certification programs in the world for data centers. People can come to us and use us as a stepping stone to get into an incubator program where we service all 5 phases of the data center lifecycle. So it doesn't matter if people want to go work on the enterprise or if they want to go work for the hyperscale operators. There are people that build cathedrals that serve as the sky for the cloud, but they run them like hotels. We could build it all. And what we need is talent. This industry is in massive demand of talent. This industry is only about 25 years old by some respects. And most of the people that have been in this industry have been here for more than 50% of our workforce has been here for more than 20 plus years, which means we're facing a silver tsunami. We need the talent. We need the transitioning veterans more than anything.
Well, Kirk, thank you so much for the work you do. I mean, it's so important for us to take care of our nation's veterans who serve to protect our country. It's becoming all the more evident as countries like China, Russia, Iran, North Korea seek to gain power and build this threat against the United States and the free world. We need to take care of our veterans. U.S. Navy veteran Kirk Offel, thank you so much for your insight, and thank you for your service.
Thank you. Happy Memorial Day.